Well, hey community, another daily Bible reading. Glad that you're joining. If we've not met, my name is Brad. I'm a pastor here. And today we're going to read out of Philippians chapter 2, verse 1 through 5. Jump in with me as we read it. We're going to get right into it. It says, "Therefore, if you have any encouragement from being united with Christ, if any comfort from his love, if any common sharing in the Spirit, if any tenderness and compassion, then make my joy complete by being like-minded, having the same love, being one in spirit and of one mind. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourself, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of the others. In your relationships with one another, have the same mindset as Christ Jesus." And it's a great passage. And to kind of help us kind of get our minds right of what's being talked about here, I want to share a quick story with you. Now, I love tacos, right? Who doesn't love tacos? They're the best. And one night, we had made tacos, and as I'm building my taco, Allison started to build her taco. And then right before she started, though, she looked at me and she was like, "How do I make it?" And I was so confused. I looked at her like, "What is going on? You've had a bazillion tacos in your life. We've made tacos before. What are you asking? Put the stuff in the tortilla and eat it, you know?" And so I was so confused. And so I asked her, I was like, "Well, what do you mean?" And she said, "Oh, well, you always, every time you build a taco, you always sit down and just go, 'Oh, I make the best tacos.'" And so I didn't even know I did that. And so my agenda of how I build tacos was informing and pushing on her. So she thought that she was actually doing it wrong, even though I wasn't even saying it to her. I was just excited about the taco I was about to eat. And so here's the thing. I didn't know I was pushing my agenda on her, but she still stopped enough. It influenced enough of our conversations for her to say, "Oh, maybe I'm doing it wrong. This is something I can change." And my guess is for all of us, there are things that we are not aware of. Maybe there are things that we are aware of where we don't even know that at times we are pushing our own agenda, where it's all about what I want or my perspective or my ambition or anything like that. And so this passage actually allows us to slow down and look at something really important. That there are times when we allow our ambition, our vain conceit to get the better of us. Right? I know my taco analogy was oh, that's a throwaway moment. But there's probably big moments and small moments where it's happening in our lives. And Paul writes here that it's actually with humility in valuing others above ourselves. That's the point. That's the point. Not the false hope of getting what you want, right? Not the false hope of accumulating power. And here's the thing. I know this is so difficult. I fail miserably probably every single day in this. I know that there's staff meetings I'm in, conversations with my wife, conversations with friends, where it's I've got to get my point across, because if I don't get my point across, then I don't know if we're going to do this thing right. I know this is super difficult. I don't like this passage, actually, because it's such a hard thing to do. But when we get it right, when we actually live out what Paul's asking us to live out, it changes our lives. It can change the lives of other people because of the way Jesus is moving through it. And so I'm just going to ask this question. And this question is for me. For sure it's for me. It might be for you as well. Am I willing to put others before me? Am I willing to lay down my desire to be right? My desire to get what I want? Even if it's good, even if it actually is the best idea, am I willing to lay that aside and value others above me? Not looking to my own interests, but looking out for the interests of others. Do we have the same mindset as Jesus? Because that is what is written here. That's the question. Do we have the same mindset as Jesus? Who, let's just talk about for a second, was right all the time, but was never pushy about it, was never selfish about it, never, was demanding about it. Well, hey, this is right, and I know it because I'm God, so therefore if you don't do it, then I'm done with you. Jesus never did that. in any of his conversations and interactions with other people. So today, can you value others? Can you value other people's opinions above yourself? Are you willing to humble yourself and serve rather than to look to be served? I know this is tough. I know this is a really tough thing to do. And I'm with you. I'm going to have to try and do it today as well. But I think it's actually going to be better for us as followers of Jesus. It'll create a better world for us if we say, hey, I'm willing to lay down my own selfish ambition, my own things that I want, and I'm going to value someone else ahead of me. Choose one person right now that you know you're going to have an interaction with at some point today. You're going to say, man, I'm going to serve them. I'm going to make sure that at the end of the day, they know that I value them. And just see what happens. Could be a family member, coworker, maybe that person that cuts you off on the freeway, whatever it is. But I'm going to value them. I'm willing to lower myself and value them. Good luck with it. Love you guys. See you soon.